Look closely at a cherry tree in late winter. Bare branches, yes. But if you get near, you'll spot tiny, tightly closed buds. They're small, quiet, and packed with potential. That's where every breathtaking cherry blossom season begins, with a silent promise. It's a perfect image of big dreams, like a young Taylor Swift before the fame, just a girl with a guitar and a notebook full of lyrics. She was that cherry bud, holding on to a massive dream the world hadn't seen yet. Her energy was built on hope, a little teenage angst, and a lot of determination. The world saw a girl with a guitar, but inside, a universe of songs was waiting to burst forth. The biggest, most beautiful displays often have the humblest beginnings. As we talk about her journey, remember, the path from a hopeful bud to a forest of blooms isn't a straight line. It's about waiting, growing, and having the courage to open up to the world. Taylor's story is a cherry blossom story, starting with a single powerful promise in a tiny bud. Remember being 15? Everything felt huge. First crushes, new friends, big dreams. Taylor Swift captured that feeling in her song 15, taking us back to those raw, unfiltered emotions. It's the first sign of life on the cherry branch, the bud swelling, hinting at green. Taylor and her best friend Abigail dreamed big, navigated heartbreak, and learned tough lessons. These were the first nutrients the bud needed to grow: friendship, trust, and self-reliance. The song isn't just about happy moments. It's about heartbreaks and stumbles, the early spring frosts that threaten a delicate bud. Instead of letting setbacks stop her, Taylor turned pain into lyrics, making art that helped others feel less alone. This was her foundation, like a young tree setting down roots. 15 is more than a song. It's a time capsule of that vulnerable, crucial stage of life. It's the moment the cherry bud decides to survive the cold and get ready to bloom. The first deep breath before the real journey begins. A beautiful, honest start. If 15 was the bud stirring, then fearless is when the petals push out, color finally showing. Being fearless isn't about not being scared, it's about jumping in anyway. Taylor's fearless era was about embracing the unknown, dancing in the rain, and risking vulnerability. Like a cherry bud cracking open, it took courage for Taylor to show her true self to the world. She stepped onto bigger stages, letting her fans see her grow up and make mistakes. Lyrics like, "I dance in a storm in my best dress, fearless," captured that spirit. Her career mirrored this, taking risks, putting her heart on the line, and letting the world in. This was when she went from promising newcomer to genuine star. The petals were unfurling, and her beauty was finally visible. To fully bloom, you have to be vulnerable to the wind, rain, and sun. Taylor embraced that, declaring she'd live with an open heart. Like an opening blossom, it was breathtaking to witness. A cherry tree doesn't bloom overnight. It endures long, cold winters, just like Taylor did. Her journey wasn't a straight shot. It was filled with rejection and doubt. She was told her style might not work, faced setbacks, and could have given up, but she held on like a dormant tree, strengthening her roots for her chance. As her fame grew, so did the scrutiny. Every lyric and move analyzed. Instead of breaking, she dug deeper, using criticism as fuel for even more powerful songs. Patience isn't just waiting, it's believing during the wait. Taylor spent years honing her craft, writing hundreds of songs before her big break. She nurtured her roots, preparing for both the bloom and the storms. Her story teaches us that quiet, patient, resilient seasons are as vital as spectacular blooming. The strength to endure the cold is what makes the bloom possible. That's the real magic behind every blossom. Every cherry blossom season faces storms, late frosts, wind, rain. Taylor's career had its own storms, public disputes, media scrutiny, and chaos. These moments could break you or make you stronger. For Taylor, storms led to her boldest growth, like the Reputation era. When the world was loud and the narrative spun out of control, she went quiet, did the work, and emerged stronger. Like a tree in a hurricane, she bent but didn't break. She channeled chaos into bold, defiant art. The storm didn't destroy the blossoms, it deepened the roots. In blurry, uncertain times, you discover your true strength. Taylor took back her story, emerging not as a victim, but as a master of her own narrative. Like a cherry tree after a storm, she stood tall, ready for the sun. Struggles aren't failures, they make the bloom more meaningful. Without rain, flowers aren't as vibrant. Without wind, branches aren't as strong. Taylor's journey proves that weathering storms is essential to blooming. After waiting, unfurling, and weathering storms comes the full bloom, a spectacle of beauty. Taylor's Eras Tour is that full bloom, a celebration of every season of her life. She's not just one flower, but the whole tree, each era a unique branch with its own blossoms. From Fearless to Midnights, every album is a different color on the same tree. It's a celebration of her entire growth, from bud to full bloom. A cherry tree in bloom shares its beauty with everyone, just like Taylor shares her journey with millions. Her concerts are joyful, collective experiences, uniting fans in celebration. The full bloom is proof of strong roots, built on dreams, resilience, and patience. Her success is the reward for all the seasons before. If you tend your roots and have courage, you too can create something spectacular. The full bloom is a testament to the journey. What's the final lesson from this cherry blossom story? It's not just Taylor's journey, it's for all of us. When we see her on stage, we see the power of potential realized. Her legacy isn't just records or awards, it's the inspiration she gives others to nurture their own dreams. We all have a cherry bud inside, a dream, a project, a change we're scared to start. It may feel like winter, but your potential is waiting for a little sunshine and bravery. Taylor's journey is a roadmap. Start where you are, be fearless, and write your own story. Be patient in cold seasons, resilient in storms, and know that stumbles are just chapters. She makes you believe you can dance in a storm in your best dress. Cherry blossoms return every year, a cycle of renewal and hope. Taylor keeps blooming, encouraging us to do the same. Nurture your bud, believe in it, and let the world see you bloom. Now go out there and be fearless.